facing the patient's right side. So I'm going to turn you around. Come back closer to me. Can you get that? So I'm going to actually scoot back a little bit. All right, so I need a reader. Patient faces, or therapist faces the patient's right side. Is this
left side?
This is left side. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, next.
Place your left palpating finger on the left facet joint of the segment to be tested. Use the remaining part of your hand to stabilize the caudal to the segment.
Okay.
For the procedure, place your right hand on top of the patient's head. With your right hand, bend the patient's head and cervical spine forward into flexion with simultaneous coupled side bending and rotation to the right until movement occurs in the segment to be tested. Testing, pair both sides and apply a grade 1, 2, or 3 movement.
Okay. So basically, we're doing that same diagonal motion. Okay, crown of the head. You can't see, can you? I'll go lower, but I would start higher. All right, and then I'm going to palpate on the articular pillar. And I'm going to bring him into forward bending, right side bending, and flexion. Okay. Remember the last time we did the Kaltenborn testing, we brought them into extension. We brought them to the other side. Remember this? Okay. So now we're just doing this. Okay. So we're palpating on the side opposite. Okay. To feel for that side to move up. So if I right side bend, okay, or right rotate, the only thing that the sets can do is what? Slide down and back on the right, up and forward on the left. I'm guessing he's got a flexion restriction, or that's the case. So that's why it shows it in this position. I'm going to test both sides in a patient that I don't know. Okay, but his right side bending is limited, his flexion is limited, and his right rotation is limited actively. So it fits that it would be limited passively as well. Okay, so I'm going to compare. I'm going to start at C2, and I'm going to start just till I feel the movement of the articular pillar at each level. Okay, so I should be able to go down just a little bit. He's got a little bit of a restriction. Does that hurt? It's tight, and it might be muscle too. So if I wasn't sure if it was muscle, what could I do? Okay. So now if I can bring him down a little bit further there, then it was probably more muscle than it was joint. Okay. So I could put his arms up, shrug his arms on up. It's a little bit easier on a table where you can prop their arms up. Okay. Okay. All right. So practice that, and we'll come around.